Time now for the morning rush. We start with Kristen Curry.
Good morning, Lil. Looking at some snow showers up across the northern half of the state today. Albuquerque, don't hold your breath on anything falling from the sky there. We'll see the cloud cover and the cooler temperatures, but snow pretty much confined to the higher elevations by the time we get into tomorrow. Sunshine returns, temperatures a few degrees warmer. The winds will be an issue today, but not necessarily anything of notice come Friday. Crystal?
As you get ready to head out the door, we are following the day's top local stories. We start with Fernanda Lopez. The last of 3 teens involved in the deadly and brutal beating of 2 homeless men in 2014 is expected to learn his fate later today. Gilbert Tafoya is facing up to 20 years in prison. He was the youngest, just 15 years old, when he and 2 other teens, Alex Rios and Nathaniel Carrillo, attacked 2 homeless men who were sleeping in a dirt lot on Central near Coors. Tafoya pleaded guilty to 2 counts of second-degree murder and other lesser charges. He will be sentenced as an adult. Sarah?
This morning, many are likely getting ready to go to parties or head out of town for the holidays. But while you're gone, officials say criminals are looking for the perfect opportunity to break into your home. BCSO suggests investing in a video surveillance or alarm system. If you can't afford either of those, make sure your windows and doors are secured. Keep presents out of sight. And if you're heading out of town, stop mail and newspaper deliveries. Notify neighbors or family that you're leaving. And lastly, don't post pictures of yourself out of town on social media. Crystal?
Tips. Thanks so much, Sarah. Happening today, a New Mexico teacher awaiting trial for child rape is expected to be arraigned today. The news comes a day after Gregor was hit with a 3rd indictment for child rape. Last month, the boy claimed Gregor raped him in 2006. Gregor was already facing 13 felony counts for allegedly raping and molesting 2 girls that he taught 10 years ago in Espanola. He'll be tried on those charges come January. This morning, we're expecting to hear from Mayor Tim Keller and APD leadership. The mayor set to update the public on how they plan to begin restructuring the department. It comes a week after Keller originally announced structural changes. It's happening just after 1 o'clock this afternoon. We'll be there. We'll let you know what's said. This morning, a small bipartisan group of lawmakers are likely still working on reintroducing a bill they say would help cut down on auto theft. The bill would require auto recyclers to check if the cars that they buy are stolen. The bill would also require businesses to give the sellers contact information to the state, making it easier to track down potential thieves. Lawmakers tried to pass it last year but ran out of time. On to news happening this morning. Attorney General Hector Balderas will appear with state energy leaders, including the president of Xcel and the Coalition for Clean and Affordable Energy. He's announcing a new initiative to bring more clean energy to the state. It comes a day after Xcel announced it would be moving forward with the state's largest wind farm to be housed in Roosevelt County. Kristen.
Today's Metro Threat Index up to a 3. We're talking cooler temperatures and breezy conditions as that cold front passes through. Those winds anywhere from 15 to 25 miles per hour coming out of the east. Not likely to see rain and snow today, just a little more cloud cover. Crystal?
The city of Durango has announced its first cuts to their transit system. The city is having to trim $1.5 million from the budget because of various cuts. The Herald reports the city will cut 2 routes. Those routes serve 3 Springs, Highway 160 West, and Crestview. The route that serves Fort Lewis College will also be changed. Some good news for you on this Thursday morning. Eastern New Mexico University is one of the 10 most valuable online colleges in 2017. The Knowledge Review says ENMU combines a traditional learning environment with 21st century technology to provide a rich educational experience. It says there is a wide variety of online degree options, adding that the university has close ties to surrounding communities. Are you traveling this holiday season? You'll have plenty of company. A record number of people expected to travel for the holidays. AAA is predicting 107.3 million Americans will travel by plane, trains, and automobiles between December 23rd and January 1st. It's about a 3% increase over the last year. This would mark the 9th year in a row of rising year-end travel. And Disney does it again. Disney is buying a large part of 21st Century Fox in a $52.4 billion deal. The deal includes film and TV studios, cable and international TV businesses. The deal between Disney and 21st Century Fox marks a historic union of Hollywood heavyweights and a bid by Disney to bolster its core TV and film businesses. Okay, after 139 days in the International Space Station, 3 astronauts landed safely in Kazakhstan this morning. NASA Commander Randy Briznik, along with 2 others from Europe and Russia, landed safely here on Earth. The replacement crew will begin their journey on Sunday. Okay, brides usually make it a point to design every detail of their dress, right? But one New York bride says she left it all up to her groom, literally all of it. This is Adam. He made his wife Maria's wedding dress from scratch. He says if he didn't know how to do something, he just Googled it. Maria saw her dress for the very first time on their wedding day.
Wow.
How crazy is that? That's one way to set trust in your marriage
Yeah.
early.
He did a great job, though.
Yeah.
It worked out.
Not too bad.
Good for them.
All right, time for your 5 facts.
We will start with number 5. A former Las Cruces police officer who is now pursuing his dreams of singing country music is being praised by Rolling Stone. Frank Gomez, who goes by Frank Ray, is now named one of Rolling Stone Country's 10 new country artists to know for December. We first told you about Ray in August. Now, since then, he's been touring, making more music, and even a music video.
Wow, congrats to him. Yeah. Number 4 now, the city of Santa Fe pushing back against ranked choice voting, taking the fight to the Supreme Court this time. Ranked choice allows voters to rank candidates, eliminating a possible runoff. According to the New Mexican, attorneys for the city of Santa Fe wrote an emergency appeal to the High Court on Tuesday, arguing that this type of voting is unconstitutional under New Mexico law. They also say the program should not be rushed because voters still have to learn how to properly cast votes.
Looking at number 3, temperatures much cooler today, highs only in the 40s, but we will see the possibility of a few spotty snow showers over the northern half of the state, mainly over the northern mountains. As far as Albuquerque goes, breezy to windy conditions as that cold front passes, but tomorrow we kick in our next warm up, more sunshine heading into the weekend.
Number 2 now, the talk this morning across the nation, new tax reform plan. Right now, Republicans are pushing to have a final draft voted on and passed by Christmas before now Senate-elect Democrat Doug Jones takes his seat in January. As rumblings continue in Washington, the IRS announced overnight they too are bracing for changes. As the bill stands right now, most middle-class Americans would see a modest tax cut of about 2%. For many, the cuts would last about 8 years. However, others say the bill would provide generous tax cuts for corporations and the wealthiest Americans. On to number 1 now. Aztec High School is beginning their plan to help students reintegrate back to school following the tragedy that left 2 students dead. A week ago today, students Casey Jordan Marquez and Francisco Paco Fernandez were gunned down by a 21-year-old suspect who pretended to be a student. This afternoon, students and families are invited back to Aztec High to reconnect with teachers and staff for an Aztec Strong meeting. It does begin at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Students are set to go back to class on Monday. Officials say the area where the shooting happened will be dedicated to the victims.